When you think of South Dakota, you think, oh yeah, fossils out in nature. Of course, there are these ancient artifacts out there, but LA, people think LA. What do you mean there are fossils in
Oh yeah.
LA and archaeology? Can you elaborate on the archaeological significance of LA?
Yeah, so people have, very little understanding of the history of Los Angeles because a lot of that city has been built in the last 80 years. So there's actually people who are still alive who remember Compton and Crenshaw and all the Baldwin Hills, all these areas being like farmland or orchards
Wow.
or vineyards, any number of these things. In fact, the LA basin used to be the most productive agricultural sector in the entirety of the United States. We also used to have the largest grizzly bears before people settled here.
Oh
In
wow.
addition to, yeah, in addition to that, it is, has one of the most rich Ice Age faunal histories of any American city. I mean, the whole city is built on fossils in a way that really very few other American cities even come close. Like maybe northern Denver might
Wow.
barely touch it, but you could be anywhere. They found fossil whale skeletons from 3 million years ago, building giant skyscrapers in Los Angeles. Can you
Wow.
imagine digging up a fossil whale surrounded by skyscrapers and the sound of traffic? That's LA. I mean, when I was working in Burbank, we excavated a privy feature, which is an outhouse from the early 1900s. And just think about that. Like, this is where the freeway is. This is where a giant multi use complex is going up, where a bunch of yuppies will go and stay,
Yeah.
launder their money. Los Angeles real estate, whatever comes first.
Uh-huh.
Um, Before that, there was a World War II veteran there who chucked his naval cigarette case from the war into the privy for God knows what reason. And then we end up digging it up. There's that kind of archaeological history. And just below that, you go a little deeper, you'll find, Barstovian era fossils. So that's, Pleistocene era, there's entire geological eras named after Southern California. We have the Rancho La Brea, we have the which is famous for Smilodon californicus. I'm sure you guys have heard of the La Brea tar pits and everything.
So
It's
when
not.
people ask me if I have ever been to LA or like what I would do in LA, I say I want to go to the La Brea tar pits. That's the thing I want to see
Exactly.
most. Yeah. They're like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, so there was,
It's
the
amazing.
the big fauna would get stuck, and then the predators would go after them. They all get stuck, and then they're fossilized.
It's just the coolest. Like the bones we find at La Brea, the tar is so good at preserving these fossils that they're not even fossilized. They're still the same
Wow,
biological material as the living animal. Yeah,
wow.
the stuff we find in La Brea is it's mind blowing. And to this day, animals are still getting preserved in there. You'll find squirrels. You probably have a few house cats, maybe even a dog somewhere in the tar pits. Anybody who works there can tell you that. And it's great. You see so many different people learning about, paleontology and learning about, their city. And I think LA takes a certain pride in paleontology that you don't really see in other
Mm.
American cities. Like if you go down to the promenade in Santa Monica, like there's dinosaurs everywhere. And there's fossils all over Los Angeles. You can go down to Palos Verdes and you can go and find megalodon teeth. It's really nuts. You can even find dinosaurs if you go down to Camp Pendleton.
Wow. Where do you live in LA?
So I live in Hollywood. I live in the same neighborhood as Paramount Pictures. So Dr. Phil films his show in my neighborhood. So whenever you think of my neighborhood, think of Dr. Phil.
Wow, there's so much going on over there. Tim James going Hollywood on us.
I hope not. I mean, I might end up pissing off the Hollywood guys and moving to Phoenix, Arizona, because I might be completely out of my mind. But I might be a masochist. I don't know if I go to Phoenix, probably. But I had some very productive meetings with the Arizona Museum of Natural History. So that maybe you might see me move there. I can afford a 1 bedroom in Phoenix.